Alright, so first off, I am sick, and you might be like, hey, you're always sick. Yeah, I know, it's not a very fun life. Anyway, all good. So we're gonna start off with a defense here for Neon. Now, this first section here, it's mostly gonna be for pro play, or not pro play really, you know, high elo, premier stacks, whatever, that kind of stuff, and it's kind of just fighting for this A main area. You've seen it probably a million times in pro play, but the reason I say it's mainly for that high elo and premier is, I'm gonna be real, like, I've played in even Ascendant lobbies. Your teammates don't want to fight with you, and if you don't have at least 3 people here, you can't really fight for A space. It's very difficult. Can't really do this on your own. It's kind of like A on Lotus. You can't really do it on your own. But either way, you have this kind of fighting for this A area here, right? So how do I usually start this off, right? If I have a breach, my breach is going to stun here. If I have a Sova, he's going to dart here. And if I have some sort of smokes, which I hope I do, he's going to smoke here, okay? If all those boxes are checked, then all good, we can fight for this area, right? So I'll usually run out and stun, and I'll try and get up close like this, okay? Gotta be aware of Omen TPs in any of these locations here. That's where they kind of like TP. Sometimes they'll TP here and give you a free kill. They do that, we take those. Now, I won't always stun this, okay? I will probably stun this for most of the early game, like maybe the first 5 rounds or something. Then I will start holding my stun, just for after they try and escape this smoke here. Sometimes they'll flash through. You can delay them with a stun, you can bounce it off the wall. Okay, about there is better, it's pretty good. And you can just kind of maintain this area. Now, why do we maintain this area here? The reason is, it is very hard to hold A from anywhere but here, right? If there's Cypher on this map, he's going to cage the cross. If there's Astra, he's going to star the cross. And you have to be very aware of both of these angles all the time. So if you're sitting back here on site, you're just kind of shitting yourself, right? You're just scared. That's why we kind of fight for this area here. Makes sense. All good. If we can get into this area here, we can keep one guy deep on this line. I like to play on this angle sometimes. I'll play crouching, I'll play standing, I'll play anywhere around this off angle. Even down here sometimes. Just some weird off angle that's really annoying to clear. Think about it, right? You come out here, maybe you check here, maybe you don't. Then you want to like maybe check here. Sometimes I will also play here. That's kind of the general gist of why we fight for this area. But again, I would try and fight with it with your team. If they don't want to fight for it, just give it up. It's not the worst thing in the world in ranked. Good thing about Neon on this map is you can run from A to C very, very, very easily because of your sprint. So we have very fast rotations. This honestly, Neon by far, even after the buffs, my favorite pick on this map. But I did not mean to pop that. So anyway, right, that's our first way of fighting for this. The other way is just hiding in this corner here. Alright, we have a teammate baiting for us here. You've probably died to this angle a couple of times. Really annoying angle. So you can chill here, and you can even go for a peek. I had an Omen flash for me recently, just standing here. Flashed here, I killed like 3. It was a pretty good play. So this corner is always going to be solid. The other nice thing is you can either go deep on short right off the start. Now, obviously, that looks very risky. So what you can do is slide out and then go for little jiggle peeks here. Or you can actually just op. I don't mind opping on Neon on this map on defense. And you can get your pick and just run away. And you can run towards B or C, or you can stay on A, up to you.
I know exactly. Down.
A lot of different plays there. The other play is an eco play here. If you have like a shorty or something, sit in one of these corners, have a guy baiting for you. Boom, boom. Now you have your teammate up here being like, haha, look at me, guys. And then boom, you get your kills. And then possibly my favorite play, which I used to do on Jet, I done it on Raze. Always the same, is jumping on these boxes is just so fun. Right? I love sitting here with a frenzy on pistol round. It's like, the conversion rate is crazy. If they go short, they just lose. But yeah, you can just chill here and nobody is clearing you on top of this box. Just nobody is. Only problem is obviously you have to preset it up by going to heaven. But yeah, you kill people. You can also start on this off angle on top of the box, but just be careful of Sova darts. But yeah, pretty good. Your stuns are also pretty good on this site. You've got a really good one on retake here. You aim it around here. and you see you'll stun a default. And show that again. Aim it somewhere around here. You'll stun around default. It's around this area. You just kind of aim it. You'll just look at this little pillar here. Aim it around there. Slide out. Kill some people. You can also stun graffiti here.
I'm out of here.
Maybe not that high. You can stun the graffiti like that. There you go. Just bounce it like on the edge of this wall. You'll hit it pretty consistently. And then you kill that guy. And you've also just got a standard behind the box stun. And you will stun a lot of things. As you can tell, stuns are pretty sick here. They actually do something unlike most maps. You stun all of hell. Pretty good. Pretty good. And that's essentially A for the most part. Like, you've obviously got standard angles you can play as any other agent, but these are most of the neon things here. Again, same kind of stun here. You can do it from any real angle on this wall. You can do it from over here. You just have to be aware, like, of the drop on the neon stun. As you can see, it slowly drops. So it's got that little bit of drop, and you just play with that, and it'll be good. Just test it out in a custom game, get a feel for it, and yeah, you should be good. But anyway, let's move on. Alright, I'm gonna lump B and Garage in together here because this is all pretty much mid, even though this is more of a C split kind of thing. But anyway, so B. When would I play B? If the enemies are going fast, AC, like between them, and you don't really know which one they're gonna go, B's not a bad option. Also, if you're on an eco, you just walk down mid, right? You call for some teammates, you're like, hey, hold my window here, and you go down and peek this angle, right? If you watch pro players play the game, you see this shit all the time, right? This mid push is crazy, and why is it so good, right? So not only do we get a really good off angle on these guys jumping up, right? That's where you're going to be. That's a really, really good angle. But even if worst case scenario, there's no one here, when you get in this position here, you have noise control of this entire area, right? You see that radius on the minimap? That's what you can hear, which is pretty much all of their spawn. Very good. You have like full info of the whole map. It's almost as good as the attackers playing in this corner here. Like a Cypher or Killjoy in that corner just pretty much secures rounds on its own. But yeah, if you get in this corner, you have full sound of where they're going, and you also have this disgusting off angle too of catching people who are trying to go late into garage or in the window. Because, you know, a guy jumping out like this, it's there, but it's not very common. Also, you can wallbang here, by the way, if you didn't know. There you go. You can wallbang. I've actually got an op kill through here before. Fun facts, but yeah. That is kind of the way I would play this. Very good on an eco, not bad on a full buy either. You usually have one guy watching you. Someone with upwards mobility, like maybe an Omen or a Jet holding you here with an op, crazy. But even just a rifle is fine, and you just push out and get your info, and then you can get out, right? Simple, standard. Now, Garage. When do I play Garage? Not very often, I'll tell you that much. Garage is a lot better for Flash characters than it is for Neon herself. She can't really do much in here. The only thing she can do, if they come into Garage and you know about it, you have this, like this stun here, which is the same lineup as my Raze nade, if you know that one. From like ages ago now, but yeah. You just kind of bounce it around this area above this box. Anywhere, doesn't like really matter, as you can see. Just don't go too far off. And boom. This is sick, right? If they come in here, it's sick. You know, maybe they'll one-tap you out of the stun, but you know, that's just what you get for playing Neon. Good, but like, coming out here, very rare for me, right? It's not even as good as Jet, because Jet like can pop the dash and then go back, right? Neon, if there's two guys here, it's pretty cooked, I'm not gonna lie. So that's like the main areas there. Now, retaking B, there's no real fucking way to talk about this, man. Nobody likes retaking B. This place is just a shit show. So you've got your couple options, right? You can try and stun backside, maybe. If you don't want to, you can just run in. I would play Phantom, by the way. You know, just go crazy. Just run and gun the guy backside, all good. And other than that, like, you just genuinely have stuns, and that's about it. But you only have one stun nowadays. But the stun's not bad to clear close, it's not bad to clear here, it's not bad to clear here, it's not bad to clear here, you know what I mean? Like, you just kind of have to pick one wherever you think they're going to be. There's not too much else to say about it. Your wall isn't great for defusing the bomb anymore, because it's only a couple seconds, but it's there. If it's already halved, you will finish the bomb for the most part. And yeah, that's pretty much retake B. We all know it's a bit of a shit show. Who even knows what happens on a retake B? Because I don't. I just do shit and hope for the best. So we'll move on to C. Alright, so C is another site where I don't want to be an anchor here. As you can tell, I don't really want to be an anchor at all, other than being in this aggressive position here. But again, I would only kind of do this in those high reloads where the enemies start playing slow, when, you know, they're doing defaults and all this shit. But for the most part, I want to be running around the place, right? I want to fast rotate, I want to get into the action. So C is quite far out of the way. Alright, so when do I want to play C? Well, when the enemies are hitting C constantly, I will come here, but I will not really be the guy who's going to stay here, you know what I mean? I will play one of these weirder angles. I'll play here, maybe I'll play here, in this corner. If I have an op, I like C, right? You hold the jump peak, get a kill. Easy clap, right? But if I'm not doing that, if I have a rifle, I mainly like this corner. I seem to find a lot of value in this corner. Not this corner, I would just play the flood out with the smoke. But your stun is good in main, okay? That's about all you got going for you. Your stun is good in main. As you can see, that pretty much, even though I don't have to peek, pretty much cuts off the whole entrance there. So, not bad. You can also jump over and do a stun like that. Depends which one you want, right? Best thing about here is, again, these kind of retaking scenarios, right? Let's say there's a guy planting the bomb in this corner because they're scared or whatever. You can stun like this, and as you can see, if you bounce the stun somewhere around there, let me just get this fully. Right, boom. I was not meant to go there. Either way, there's a couple stuns here. As you can see, this one is good. If you bounce it off that thing, you'll get this corner and this corner. If you bounce it off this thing here, you can... Here? I'm kind of trolling it. Either way, you can get this corner if you do it properly. But I seem to just not know how to do it anymore. Not bad. There we go. So you can get there. You can also stun this corner. Couple of decent options. I like this one personally. So when I'm coming out of here, I'll do this. And as you can see, this whole place here is stunned. It's not bad. And it must be around here. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Around here, in that area there, is where you can stun this angle here. So there you go. They're like my favorite stuns. Obviously, you have stuns like these for long. Right? You just bounce them off the wall. Pretty much stun the whole thing. Good when you're about to actually defuse the bomb, right? If you know he's on right side, you can throw the stun and start defusing the bomb. He's pretty much fucked. But again, that's kind of the scenarios we like here. I will play one of those angles. I really like this one, to be honest. I feel like it catches a lot of people off guard. As long as you have someone to break utility for you, like Sova darts and stuff, this angle here is pretty goated. This one is not bad either, because you can play as the second man. If there's a guy here, like your teammate, you can kind of chill and hold this angle here. And if anything goes bad, you can just wall up and get your ass out of there. And you're gone. So those are like my two favorite spots to play on C. Other than that, if I can get a push off, let's say my jet's opping, right? I will try and walk down like this. And if I can get myself in this corner, or even deeper, not bad. Definitely not bad. And then there's the rare time where I will push C. Now, I don't even know, to be honest, what in my brain happens on why I push C, but sometimes I have a feeling that I'm going to catch a couple of people off guard. And you can just stun like this. Maybe you can get an Omen paranoia. Omen can paranoia from like here, right? Get like this kind of area of the outside. And you can just go for a quick push down. Sometimes with your ult, you can start doing some things like this. And you can have a nice little flank. Once you have your ult in the backline like this, you can just go crazy, right? It's up to you. You can either keep going or you can slow it down, but go, go, go. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say. Just be careful taking this fight with your ult, because it's, the damage drop-off is crazy bad on the ult, so. But yeah, that's pretty much C again. That's the kind of the areas I like of this. That's actually all of defense, so we're just gonna move on to attack. Alright, so onto the attack, right? A is gonna be good once again for the same reasons, especially in this high elo. Taking this space here is going to increase your win rate by a lot, just because of the reasons I already stated on defense. So obviously the inverse is the same on attack. So how do we take this space, right? We want usually a Sova dart somewhere around this area. If we can get a Omen smoke here, if you want to play it slower, it's not bad. Or yeah, that's kind of the main ways. Obviously the breach stun, right? If there's a breach, the breach stun long, pretty good, right? Caveman brain. So what do we do though as Neon, right? We have two options, okay? Usually we're gonna take the long option because of the reasons stated before, right? We have long control, makes our life a lot easier. But there's also times, let's say you have Killjoy, where you want to just run down short and just help your Killjoy take short, especially in ranked. So how do we do that, right? Well, we just kind of jump around like a maniac and pray. We just pray, right? Our breach stun, our Sova Dart, they're already doing the hard work for us, so we can run out into these couple locations, right? Like the one I just did here. We jump out here. We can run and jump in this corner instead. Or we can just straight up try and fight the guy, right? We jump like this and do like a slide out like that, right? That's our main ways of taking this first fight here. After that, you have two options, right? You're in this kind of scenario here. If you think someone's going to peek you here, just stun here. Just call it right now. Just stun there. If you don't think someone's going to peek you, save the stun. And a lot of the times people, again, will play in this awful, awful angle here. Now, if you have like a breach aftershock or something, he can do that and you can hold the angle. If not, you can stun like this if you have a feeling that he's there. If not, save that stun because your stun is really good on it, like on this execute here. But the problem is sometimes you will have to use it in these areas because they're too dangerous. You don't want to take this fight dry. If you've ever played Jet and you've tried to take this fight dry, you've probably died 7 million times. It's really annoying. No one likes this fight. This guy is so favored. It's actually just ridiculous. But anyway. Alright, so we've gotten this area now. We've cleared these annoying guys off of the angles. Now what do we do? Well, we kind of wait around for our guys to actually take short. If they're not taking short, go, go, go. Right? Now, there is a couple stuns here that we have. If we were able to keep it, if you aim around this area here, under the A, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, you will stun backside, right? Anywhere on this dark line here, it's pretty good. Like, if you do it on the not so dark line, sometimes it will just bounce and go flying, so be cautious. Even though I can't show it off right now. Sometimes it goes weird, I swear to God. I'm not lying. Source, I made it up, bro. Alright. So just aim it somewhere under that A and you'll see it will stun all of backside. Really nice, really nice. Right. And then you've got two ways of going about this, right? You can just straight up slide out with that stun. Or you can do the more like jet play. This is where I like to put my wall. It's just out on this line here, and you can do any sort of way you want. Like, right, you can do this, and you can literally slow walk up like this, and then peek out or something. Or you can just go crazy, right? So you start doing this, you're clearing your angles here. Easy, right? Now, if we are not doing the smoke play, especially with the wall, you want to try and clear these angles, kind of like you're playing Jet, right? See, we check both of those angles here as we're coming in, and then we can slide. That's kind of the way you want to go about it. So a real entry would kind of look like this. Right. Spray that guy down. Easy, straightforward. Just be careful of a guy pushing up short here. Sorry, I'm coughing. Alright. And if we can actually get this area, getting the bomb down in this corner is the best. Stop planting the bomb here if you have the whole site. It's just a noob mistake. It's optimal right here. Alright. And that's essentially the way I would take this. Now, after I get myself in, I will go to either one of these positions here. Either graffiti wall or hell. Preferably hell, because you have a lot more agency. The guy playing graffiti wall here, he's kind of, he's having a death wish. Like, you're the guy who's getting traded, you're not the guy trading. And I never want to be the guy getting traded. Well, I want to be as little as possible, because this guy, if he's a random and he's playing here, it's too easy for him to mess up, right? Whereas if it's me, if I messed up, I can, you know, I can put that on myself and I can learn from it or whatever, right? Sometimes when you play this corner, you just get Omen Flash, you get Breach Stun, and you just die, and there's nothing you can really do about it. But if you are playing this corner, because I also do find myself in here a lot, then just playing like this, where you're trying to tuck in as close as possible, is your best option, right? And if you're the guy hell, playing this angle, making these two walls here line up like this, or just playing like this and then peeking off your guy graffiti is your best bet, right? That's pretty much where you're going to be playing post spawn as Neon is one of those, or you're playing here. With this angle too is also disgustingly annoying to deal with. As you can see, imagine you're retaking from here, like you check here, you don't check here, you know what I mean? You will get a lot of kills from this angle, so don't be afraid to play there either. And the occasional time you'll find yourself here, but again, you can move into this position sometimes, so it's all good. Anyway, enough about the post plant there, because that's pretty much it. You're just going to be playing crossfires. A is really hard for them to retake anyway, so all good. And then you have you playing short is about as simple as it comes. You just toss a stun and slide out, right? You try and pre-fire this wall here because of people with the shorty, like I was saying. You just fuck them up. And this wall you will have to hard clear. The only big thing here is people playing on this box, right? Sometimes I will even commit a stun like this. If I notice there's an omen, especially a lot of omens play up here as well, playing on this box a lot, I will just commit the stun to this and say, I hate you. You've also got that stun, and you've also got this stun here, which would be for this close corner, so you just try and bounce it as close as possible, as you can see. Do it one more time. There you go. And there's all your corners pretty much cleared. Now you have a backside stun from both areas. As you can see, this one, where you bounce it off this wall here, it's similar to the retake stun from here. So you just try and get it as close as possible. As you can see, it's not as good as the retake stun. Maybe if you aim at lower, like you could probably optimize this, but in the game, I would just probably do this, I'm not gonna lie. It's easier, it's quicker, snappy, you know what I mean? Because when you're jumping around, going crazy, like, you don't have time to line up a stun, do you know what I mean? You just do something like that. You just come up with it on the fly like that. But yeah, that is A site for the most part. Again, short is a lot rarer of you to go than long, but there is times and places for it. There's times and place for everything in this game. There's no right answer. But yeah, there we go. Other way, actually, there is one more way to stun this. You can jump and throw it like this. As you can see, that will also stun all the site. But it leaves a little gap, I'm pretty sure. No, not really. Yeah, that's your other way to stun site, but I can find this way a little bit more difficult when I'm trying to run out like this. So there's both of them. Use them. Use them to your own discretions. That's not even the right word. I don't even know what I'm saying. Let's move on to the next site. Alright, so for B, right, you've got two ways of going about this, right? So your spawn barrier, I can't even remember where it is. Somewhere like here, right? So you've got your two ways of going, which is from here or from window, okay? When do we go window? Sometimes you feel like you can catch a guy off guard. If you have a Reyna here, it feels really nice, because obviously you can't get blinded by your own Reyna. So how would I play this then? If I have a Reyna, I will say Reyna flash, I go wide, you swing short, sorry. I'm like regurgitating my coffee. And I will go, like, as the spawn barriers drop, I will slide out wide and Reyna will peek from here. And that's a really, really difficult thing to deal with. Like, now, you'll have that time to aim for whoever you need here, because as you can see, there's a lot of different angles, and they're going to be flashed, so pretty consistent way to go about it. Other way is you can just do something like this. Now, you can either commit the slide like I just did there, or you can just jump out the window like this and start going and scaling already like that. As you can tell, it's very fast, but it's also risky going out the window. So yeah, that's your way of going window, and then you can scale up. Now your other way is through garage here, right? Well, not really fully through garage. I wouldn't commit to garage for B most of the time. But you start here, and I would call somebody to use some sort of util for this peak here, right? There's a lot of annoying players who are going to play here. Maybe you throw a Killjoy molly, maybe you throw an Omen one way, maybe you throw a Jet one way, whatever it is. But I don't really want to use my stun. But if they're pressuring garage a lot, I will use my stun. You know what I mean? I don't want to, but I will if I have to, right? Someone else use a utility there, and we can jump up like this, and we can swing underneath like this. This is one of my favorite peaks, is jumping on this box and just sliding off to the right. Right? Easy kills on the guy peeking mid. Only problem is, again, that mid walk down, the kind of same thing, but you will have a bit of a fair fight, considering that you're moving around like this, so you're both like kind of freaking out and flicking to each other, so it's a bit of a fair fight, but it's not a very like good fair fight, you know what I mean? You're both kind of in this weird place. But anyway, alright, we get to this area, now we have two options. We can either go here or we can full commit B. Now, when do I full commit B? if I got a stinger or I'm on eco or I just want to, like, let's say we lose the pistol round and we just want to run it down and pray. Right, B, nobody likes B, okay? Attack or defense, nobody really wants to play B, right? It's really hard to attack, it's really hard to retake, so that's why if we're on those ecos or whatever, we kind of want to go towards here, because it's not favorable for either side, which means our odds of winning are better than if we go one of these fairer sites, you know what I mean? That's kind of the logic behind why you rush B as your eco on Haven. Is nobody really likes it, nobody feels comfortable, and it's a lot of close range angles, right? Not bad for a stinger, as you can see. Any of these aren't bad for a stinger or any sort of eco weapon. So that's kind of the logic, right? Now, for this first scenario, let's say we are just straight up going B, right? I'll jump up kind of in this corner and get ready for my smokes and stuff, which is probably going to drop around here. And at this point now, we have a couple stuns, right? As you can see, if you bounce it above this thing, it will go somewhere towards backside. And it will bounce, obviously, it will stun this side. Same thing on this side. Now, you've also got this stun. There is a stun around here, or you can stun the opposite side. There it is. So it's kind of against this diagonal wall here. If you just kind of aim it around there, it'll stun here. Same thing on this side. As you can see. There's a couple ways to utilize these. So, there you go. Alright, just random little tip, right? Diagonal walls like that. And you also have these close ones like this, right? You can stun either corner with these. So, let's say we have info on this guy. Alright, he's dead now. You know what I mean? Same with this corner. He's dead now, alright? Either of those are pretty good. They're the main ones I would use, is these walls. Just to get rid of that close angle, make sure I'm okay. And after that, I usually jump around and to just straight up take the site, because there's usually not many on B, right? They're never playing 3B at the start. And your options here now, if you're in high elo once again, you can call for your team to smoke here instead, and you can take this A-link area. That's not bad at all, especially in those higher elo brackets. It's really not bad. If you're not in there, you can sit in this smoke, because most of the time these two will be smoked by your omen or whatever. And you can sit in that smoke and look for a timing to walk out the smoke and try and catch these guys off. That's honestly my highest success rate. You can sit on site, but again, this retake, they're coming from all angles. They could be behind you. So having one of these areas taken, it makes it feel a lot easier. And this area is a lot easier to take than C-Link, right? Because if you take C-Link, it pretty much means you have to have full garage control as well. It's just... and they can come from here and here still. Like, there's too many things, right? A-Link, just way easier to try and take. And again, you can pull out the smoke with a stun like this and go crazy, right? And try and back up. Right, this is our, like, safe space in this area here. And that's kind of how I like to play B. If, again, you're probably going to be playing on site as the Neon, because you're going to use up all your utility. You're best as a body, like I was saying in my Neon guide. After you just use everything, chill on site, delay as long as possible, get as many kills as possible, and that's pretty much your job. So yeah, we will move on to the garage part, which this is more of a C exec with a split in garage, right? But even then in ranked, I just kind of prefer running it down C. I think it's easier. Only problem is Cypher is a menace on this map for Neon. It's really annoying. Cypher is best counter to Neon. But anyway, right? So, same principle here, as you can see. You stun off this. You can stun in the window. You can stun anywhere around the window. Boom, 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 right? Not bad. Other than that, you can actually stun this corner like this, and it will stun here. Let me show you. So, if I'm hiding in this corner, you see I get stunned. Easiest way to go about it, obviously you gotta be careful, because, you know, you don't want to stun yourself. So that's kind of the way I would do it, is like this, and then slide out. So if there's a guy there, maybe as a judge or whatever, he's dead. But this is the main one I would use, is just kind of toss it up like this, and just be cautious of this guy here. If not, then you can try and do a stun, something like this, and just try and get yourself in here, right? Once you're in here, it's a lot easier. If you're on eco, jump up in the smoke and just chill here, right? This is your job already done. You've entry fragged. I don't care. I would bait from this point and try and just keep this area and get a kill and then back up, right? your teammates who are coming from long, this guy's already scared of garage anyway, so he could be holding like this. They have an advantage, alright? The pressure you've caused is good enough here, in my opinion, especially on an eco buy, right? Jump up there, try and get your free kill in the window, and then you can come back towards site, or you can stay in garage for the C post plan. And that's the main area here, right? This place peeking into spawn is best on like a really good timing. Like maybe they just forget about window, or they're trying to retake C already. Then you kind of come shoot them in the back. But this fight is not good once they already know you're here, right? So let's say you get that first kill here, right? You can grab the gun real quick, boom, and go for a quick peek and then back up. Now you're done there. Like that angle is no longer friendly to you because there's too many places for you to look. You have to guess, and we don't like guessing in this game, right? Fuck guessing. But that's essentially this area here. That's all of mid, so we'll just move on to the last area, which would just be C main. And we're gonna just talk about the execute for C main, right? So the usual way I go about this, right? I'll just show you first how I kind of execute this site, and then I'll explain it, right? So I usually jump around this area, then jump around this area, like this.
Go, go, go.
And then I stun like this.
Good.
Maybe I'll throw a wall up.
Gotta go.
And that's kind of like the main way I would go about this, right?
I'm out of here.
Now, once again, there's a couple options, okay? This stun I still really like a lot. You can also throw your wall up like this, and you can kind of just play this area like this. So while your teammates are coming out, then you randomly appear from here. It's just kind of nice. You've also got this stun here, which is just stunning close here. If your omen is not flashing this area, I would just do this. But again, you can see you're exposed to this area. It can feel very awkward. So the best way to go about that then is try and throw up a bit of a weird wall. Something, I don't know, just running out, honestly. I run out and just jump into some sort of little corner, like maybe this one, and hope for the best, you know? Other than that, you've got just coming around this area. Instead, again, scaling from this side feels nice, but it feels harder to get into the position to scale from here. But if you can get over here, it's not bad. And that's pretty much it. This stun here is my favorite one. Stops anyone from playing on this angle. This stun is a simple one, just stuns backside. And this stun is good for this corner. You can also stun here if you think they're gonna flood out of the garage smoke. So like they'll come out like this and shoot you in the back. You can stun there and just be like, nah, fuck you. And that's pretty much it for the take. That's how I would take C pretty much every time. There's no like crazy formula as long as you're just jumping and clearing what you need to clear. Sometimes you can jump in this corner, you know what I mean? Just stuff like that. You just have to be really cautious of this, this, and this. Those areas are scary, right? So if we can get like an omen flash here, that means we don't have to stun here, you know what I mean? If we can get a breach flash backside, that means whoever's backside is probably dead. So that's like the main area to take, or the main way to take this space. Now for the post plant, right? You've got this corner. I would never sit fully tucked like this. I would usually play on this weirder angle here, because when they're spamming, if they just spam fully to the right here, then you're dead. We don't want to die for no reason.
Go, go, go. So
I will either play here, and then you can try and make your way out. Or I like this angle quite a lot. Right. You have garage and you have here, so you can split yourself between two different angles here. Quite nice. Or probably my favorite one, or where I find the most success, is on top of this box. If I can find myself on this box, you can see I can watch both angles here. Nice stun on either side. It's just my favorite places on this box, right? Can't really get caught off guard on this box. Pretty easy, pretty crazy. I like the box. And that's pretty much it. You're never really gonna go back to long. It's gonna be quite rare for you to go back to long. But obviously there is time and a place if the enemy have breach ult or whatever on this retake. But yeah, that's pretty much Neon on Haven, boys. I love this pick. Like, I like it so much. It's by far, like, I don't like Jet on this map anymore. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Jet is so weak in ranked, especially like anywhere below super high elo. It just doesn't feel that strong, man. I don't know. It just... there's not enough utility for you to carry the game, it feels like. Even though, like, sometimes there is, but if the enemy playing good, and the enemy initiators playing good, Jet's just not it, man. Whereas Neon, you've got a lot more agency after all the changes. Double slide here is crazy. And this ult is, honestly, just feels like free kills at kills.com, you know what I mean? Like, it's so much stronger now. I would really recommend this pick. It can be intimidating to pick up Neon sometimes, but just pick it up. Give it a try. Go run it down. Go int for a little bit, and you'll have fun. But yeah, that's going to be it for me anyway, boys. Let me know what map you want to see next. I'm gonna probably do another Neon guide or a Raze guide. I don't know if I have any left. Split's coming back soon, but it's like next month, so I don't know. But yeah, let me know anyway. Like, sub, all that shit. Join the Discord, follow me on Twitch, and yeah, see you later.